Hey guys, all right, let's dig into Module 2. Module 2 is about becoming the master that your dog always knew that you could be. And the emphasis here is that we want to clarify our communication, clarify our actions, and bring consciousness to our actions all of the time. Because guess what? We miscommunicate to our dogs all too often. And what I mean by that is we intend love and our body language is sending fear. And when we send these two messages at the same time, it makes our dogs anxious, excited. And when they're anxious and when they're excited, they're basically misbehaving because they have to act those emotions out of their body to get back into tranquility, okay? So everything in the secret language revolves around this one principle. There is a forbidden angle, and that forbidden angle is to make direct eye contact with another animal. This action of sending eye contact creates the emotion of fear, okay? And that emotion of fear has its uses. It has its purposes in nature. Animals will actually only do that in 3 scenarios: to protect territory, or establish ownership over territory, to establish ownership over an asset like food, a resource, water, a dog bone, a tennis ball, or in the 3rd scenario, to establish their authority in the pecking order. Here's some examples of how we use eye contact the wrong way. Sometimes we want to reach for our dog to pet them. Other times we want to come at them with the leash to leash them. In these scenarios, we're actually making them scared because we're coming at them in a straight line. So I want to get into something that I call straight line encounters. Dogs never move towards other dogs in straight lines because it actually intensifies the emotion of fear. So you might be out with your dog next time, walking towards another dog on a sidewalk, and this, by the way, is a straight line encounter situation. And what you would find if the dogs were not leashed, they would make an arc around one another on purpose, so that they approach each other from behind, and the apex of the arc passes the other dog. They're at the apex of their arc as they're passing by the other dog. Now, the reason is because this action is an exaggerated way of saying, hey, I'm not intending you any conflict. And if you remember those calming signals, many of them are to break the direct eye contact angle. Dogs will blink. Dogs will look away. Dogs will lower themselves down. These are actions that dogs are making to avoid that direct eye contact. So now that you're in tune and you've become attuned with your dog, one of the cues that it might be telling you when it's making a calming signal is, hey, mama, calm down. And you're going to reflect and you're going to go, oh, well, I was just reaching down to pet you because I love you, but now I see that I have been sending you this miscommunication. And when you start to really reflect on how often that this happens, your dog is going to start to really calm down. The relationship is already changing. Your power of influence is beginning to grow because you're eliminating a ton of miscommunication. In addition to the forbidden angle, and understanding how to use that and kind of avoid that in the communication with your dog, I want to flip that on its head and present you with the angle of protection. Okay, so the angle of protection, think of this as you as the peaceful alpha having a posture where you can assume this posture, and instead of looking directly at your dog, you're going to get in front of your dog and look directly at whatever is magnetizing your dog's attention. Something is often making your dog way too excited or way too scared. These are the 2 primal emotions that lead to all bad dog behaviors. So your job as the peaceful alpha is to use your eyesight, which is way better than your dog's eyesight, and to scan the environment and look for these things that your dog is going to be perceiving as emotionally magnetizing situations. And the more you begin to do this earlier and earlier and earlier, the deeper the groove of calmness that your dog starts to find. Energy has momentum to it, okay? And so by learning how to not miscommunicate, by sending mixed vibes, and by learning how to communicate externally to other objects that are coming at you, this dance between understanding the forbidden angle and its applications, you are going to, without even needing to talk to your dog or train your dog, lull your dog in time into a really deep groove of calmness and obedience and attentiveness. Homework this week, guys, is to dig into that toolkit where I talk about mastering the angles and the postures, because I've got a lot of different exercises in there that are going to bring certain things from your unconscious right to the conscious forefront and dramatically improve your dog's behavior just in this 1 week. And the cool part is that we haven't even gotten into the fun stuff, the fun way of using these actions to communicate with your dog, but you are already going to be getting some good results. Check out the meditation, listen to the meditation this week, and go through the homework exercises. You can do them all in one day. You can do a little bit every day. And this is going to take your relationship with your dog to another level as well, because you're interacting with your dog in a new fashion now. And as you follow the toolkit, you're going to interact with your dog in 7 to 10 daily scenarios that you're not even aware of where you're going to be miscommunicating with them. And I'm excited for you because your dog's already going to be starting to relax.